Customers pulling up to this Burger King on Grand River near Evergreen are not having their way, and they're not happy about it. 26 Burger King franchises operated by EYM King of Michigan are closing. The company sent a letter to the Michigan Department of Labor stating they will permanently cease operations due to unforeseen circumstances and fail to reach a resolution with Burger King Corporation.
Millions of customers across America, and even beyond, have noticed it. You pull up to Burger King, stomach rumbling, expecting a quick bite of comfort food. Instead, you're met with a hand-scrawled sign taped to the window, closed early due to staffing issues. Sometimes you do make it inside, but what you find doesn't feel like fast food at all. The line stretches past the counter, orders crawl at a snail's pace, and workers rush with visible exhaustion. Your Whopper comes out late, lukewarm, and missing half the toppings. The fries taste like they've been sitting under a heat lamp for an hour. And the drink machine? Out of ice again. For the customer, it's more than an inconvenience, it's a betrayal of the very promise fast food was built on. Burger King is supposed to be quick, affordable, and reliable. Instead, it's become unpredictable, sometimes even chaotic. And as strange as it sounds, this meltdown in your local drive-thru tells us something profound about much larger systems we depend on not for burgers and fries, but for safety, security, and survival. The consumer's perspective, a broken promise. Let's start at the simplest level. Fast food was invented to solve one problem: speed. For decades, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, and others competed not just on flavor, but on how quickly they could deliver a hot meal to a customer in line. That's what makes Burger King's current crisis so jarring for its loyal base. Imagine you're on a 30-minute lunch break. You choose Burger King because it's supposed to be quick. You expect to be in and out in 10 minutes. Instead, you sit in the drive-thru for 25, watching the line barely move. By the time your food arrives, you've lost your lunch break and have to eat in the car on the way back to work. Or picture this, a family of 4 on a road trip. They stop at a Burger King off the highway to fuel up and feed the kids. But when they walk in, they're told the dining room is closed. Only the drive-thru is running, and the wait is nearly 40 minutes. The kids are restless, the parents stressed, and the supposed convenience turns into chaos. This is the customer's reality in 2024 and 2025. Burger King isn't just losing workers, it's losing customers' trust. Why consumers notice instantly? The truth is, most customers don't think about turnover rates, wages, or corporate policy. They care about the result: good food, fast. But when nearly half of fast food employees quit within 90 days, as studies have shown, that instability shows up directly in the dining experience. From the consumer's point of view, here's what it looks like. Longer wait times. Drive-thrus once took 3 to 5 minutes, now waits stretch to 20 to 30. Order mistakes. New staff don't stay long enough to learn systems, so your Whopper arrives without lettuce, or you get chicken nuggets instead of fries. Closed locations. You drive across town, only to find a locked door and a note blaming staffing shortages. Declining quality. Without experienced cooks, food is undercooked, overcooked, or simply old. Consumers notice these failures immediately. Fast food isn't supposed to be gourmet, but it is supposed to be consistent. And Burger King is failing at that baseline promise. A tale of 2 drive-thrus. To really feel the consumer experience, let's paint 2 scenes. Scene 1, McDonald's. It's 12:15 p.m. on a busy weekday. Cars wrap around the McDonald's drive-thru. But inside, a well-oiled crew works like clockwork. Orders flow, food comes out fast, and within 7 minutes you've got your Big Mac, fries, and Coke. Scene 2, Burger King. Now you pull into Burger King at the same time. Only 2 workers are behind the counter instead of the usual 5. One is cooking, the other juggling the register and drive-thru headset. Orders pile up, the system lags, and customers grow restless. By the time your Whopper finally arrives, it's cold. You feel cheated. That side-by-side comparison shows why customers are walking away, not just once, but for good. Loyalty is fragile. When another brand delivers while Burger King struggles, the consumer's choice becomes obvious. The ripple effect on customers. From the consumer's angle, Burger King's staffing crisis creates ripple effects far beyond a single bad meal. Eroded trust. Customers no longer see Burger King as reliable. They start avoiding it on principle. Brand shame. Social media fills with photos of empty Burger Kings, wrong orders, or sarcastic memes about long waits. Customers join in, venting their frustrations. Lost rituals. Families, late-night college students, or commuters who once depended on Burger King shift to rivals. That's more than lost revenue, it's lost culture. Consumer resentment. People feel disrespected. They're paying more, since menu prices are rising, but receiving worse service. This isn't just a labor story. It's a consumer story. And consumers are unforgiving when promises are broken repeatedly. Bigger lessons, when systems fail the public. Now here's where the analogy deepens. From the outside, customers look at Burger King and think, if a billion-dollar company can't keep fries hot, how stable are other systems I rely on? It's not just about fast food. The consumer sees the cracks and thinks about air travel. Would you feel safe boarding a plane if turnover among pilots was as high as in fast food? Hospitals. Would you trust a hospital if half its nurses quit within 3 months? Military readiness. Would you feel secure if destroyers or carriers rotated half their crew before they mastered the equipment? The customer's frustration with a burger delay becomes a lens through which they view much larger institutions. And that's dangerous, not just for Burger King, but for public trust in systems overall. What Burger King is trying, and why customers don't see change. Burger King has responded with the usual corporate toolkit. Hiring bonuses. Sign on today, get $100. Wage increases. Small hourly bumps to stay competitive. Advertising campaigns. Glossy promises of a better workplace. But here's the problem for customers, none of it translates to the dining experience. A slightly higher wage might attract more applicants, but turnover remains high. The faces behind the counter change so often that service never stabilizes. Customers still wait, still receive wrong orders, still see closed signs on their favorite locations. From the consumer's point of view, these promises feel like window dressing. The reality on the ground doesn't improve. And consumers don't care about policy, they care about results. The emotional consumer reaction. For customers, the frustration goes beyond logic. It becomes emotional. Anger, why did I waste my break here? Disappointment, I used to love Burger King. What happened? Embarrassment, I convinced my friends to eat here, and now we're stuck waiting forever. Abandonment, if they don't respect my time, why should I give them my money? That emotional shift is deadly for a brand. Once customers feel let down enough times, they don't just leave temporarily, they leave permanently. A case study in fragile systems. Ultimately, Burger King's collapse in customer experience teaches a lesson. No matter how powerful a brand, system, or machine may seem, it's fragile if people stop showing up. From the consumer seat, that lesson is clear. If Burger King can fail this badly at something as basic as serving a burger, then any organization that relies on people but fails to support them is at risk. Warships don't have the luxury of closing early. Hospitals can't hang a "sorry, we're short-staffed" sign on the ER. Airlines can't cancel half their flights every week without destroying trust. Consumers know this intuitively. That's why the Burger King experience feels bigger than burgers. It feels like a warning. Closing the loop, why the consumer perspective matters most. At the end of the day, corporations live and die by consumers. Workers matter deeply, but customers decide who survives. And from the consumer's point of view, Burger King is failing the test of reliability. A broken Whopper order may seem small, but it represents something larger. It proves that even billion-dollar systems can collapse under the weight of instability. For customers, that's both frustrating in the moment and alarming in the bigger picture. The takeaway? A company can raise wages, hand out signing bonuses, or buy glossy ads. But if the customer pulling into the drive-thru still finds a locked door, a wrong order, or a 40-minute wait, none of that matters. Trust is gone. And once consumers walk away, they rarely come back.